Hey everybody, it's Suki and welcome to OA Wrestling, recording on August 24th, 2016, 3 days removed from SummerSlam. And this is going to be an interesting show because joining me tonight, well, we just got Chef.
Yep, just me.
Yeah, so it's up to us to carry this show through this week. But pardon me, we're gonna do our best to kind of just go back and talk about what's been going on and everything. And really, the big thing to talk about is, of course, SummerSlam. Basically WrestleMania 2. Basically WrestleMania 2 of WrestleMania B.
Yeah, WrestleMania B or WrestleMania 5.
WrestleMania Light.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Diet WrestleMania.
Diet WrestleMania. Oh God. With SummerSlam came some new stuff. I think maybe we can kind of look back at the card, but I think we'll also kind of just need to talk about just kind of in general some things that came out of the coming post SummerSlam. Sorry, I'm just sorry, Skype was annoying me. Let me change myself to let me change this. Yeah, let me change myself to do not disturb so that way I don't see that. All right, and but actually, kind of interesting. One of the things I found neat that came out of SummerSlam is at least basically after SummerSlam, since they went to the Barclays Center again for Raw, they basically didn't change the set. They just said, "Screw it, we're just going to use the same set. We took too long to put this thing up."
It seems like it.
And after Raw, then they went to SmackDown, and which SmackDown was over in the Mohegan Sun, which is over in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
And SmackDown set got a complete overhaul. Like that's what surprised me, is that apparently now that SummerSlam has ended, it looks like WB is now officially embracing the split and officially embracing the changes going forward.
The only thing missing is the giant fist.
Yeah. Damn them for getting our hopes up. But I guess we'll have to see. But as far as SmackDown, we've seen the new set for SmackDown. Apparently, it looks like the standard for WWE now, at least for the bottom part of the stage, is this like triangular stage, which is kind of neat, and it allows for some cool stuff. Okay, I guess we're going to kind of talk a little bit about Raw after SummerSlam. I almost called it Mania. But yeah, Bayley has officially made her main roster debut, and so now when she comes out, the two men are just perfectly on this triangular stage.
Makes sense.
Yep, but only the thumb of the old fist remain. Wait, what? Wait, really, Estif? I thought they had the entire fist still in storage somewhere in WWE.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they have.
But yeah, so
unless they smelted it.
Yeah, but we'll see come Monday what happens with Raw, because the set that was used for Raw was the SummerSlam set.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe that's going to be the Raw set going forward. I wouldn't be surprised if the Raw set that we were seeing before SummerSlam is what they're going to stay with, or if they're just going to slightly modify it to kind of work with the new base set design.
Right.
They could do that, but we'll see what they do decide on. Let's see okay, but I guess if we're going to kind of focus on the SummerSlam, the event itself, I think SummerSlam it's like after watching the show, I was trying to think about this, and then once again, it took me watching somebody else's video on it to kind of get the right words together. And
Yeah, I was kind of the same way. Like, the best way I could say is, like, it had great wrestling, but there was some stuff that just left us leaving kind of disappointed and confused.
it was weird. It was like it was a I think it was because I'm referring to Adam Blampier from What Culture. He did his What Just Happened on SummerSlam, and
Right.
he put it along the lines of it was a really good show of wrestling, but it just like it felt awkward. Like kind of almost atmosphere and story wise and structure, it kind of felt awkward.
Yeah, there were especially two matches out of the card. That's for sure.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that SummerSlam gave us probably pretty much gave us something that's gonna be absolutely up there at Match of the Year candidate.
Oh yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah.
And granted, the Brooklyn crowd could be pretty picky sometimes, and they could kind of take over the show sometimes.
Yeah, but I guess we're gonna kind of just look at the show itself. Well, let's see. Of course, I've got the card up in front of me here. We're gonna. So first of all, we got to talk about. Well, there was the pre-show. They put three matches on the pre-show. And I will say this right now, with the pre-show, they put one match on the pre-show that was like, no, this should have been on the show. You could have swapped something else out for it. At least I feel like
I know which match you're talking about.
Yeah, and that was it was Sheamus and Cesaro, the first of the Best of 7 series. I mean, I get it. You can argue that it was essentially the main event of the pre-show, which was, a 2-hour show in itself. And so I can see where you can make an argument there, but I don't know. To me, honestly, and I know you shouldn't do this with a title, but I would have thrown the IC title match on the pre-show.
Yeah, especially since that match was not really properly built up,
No, I mean, here's the thing: Apollo Crews won his match to be number one contender, and then they didn't see each other again. They didn't have any interaction until the week before.
Mainly because Miz keeps getting Apollo Crews' name wrong.
Yeah, so that was it. That was literally it. And sorry, and you know what? I'm going to say this right. I'm going to actually go into this now because something was brought up in our chat, saying that Sheamus and Cesaro are having a best 7 series for no reason. Okay, storyline?
No reason.
Storyline? Maybe. I mean, basically the two of them have just been flashing for a bit, and finally it's coming to a head to where they said, you know what, we're going to settle this once and for all. So that's basically your storyline reasoning. Now, outside of storyline, this is basically these matches are depending on how well they do with the matches. These are designed to basically try and boost both of these guys back up the roster again, or at least put them to where they seem legitimate to move up to put into like main title contention. So basically, coming out of this, if we have a face champion, Sheamus can go after him and not feel like we're just throwing Sheamus at somebody.
Yeah, there we go.
And then, if there's a heel champion, Cesaro is right there, and you can, and now in storyline, he's a credible contender. So, so I mean, basically career-wise, this is probably this is just a really good thing for both of them. Besides that, we had Sami Zayn and Neville versus the
Neville. Who's Neville?
It's Neville's evil twin brother.
Oh, jeez, I knew the writers were going to go into that direction eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because pretty much you had that, and then you had the you had the 12-man tag match, which was basically all the tag teams on SmackDown.
Yeah, which in a way, how it ended, it kind of led to the idea of possibly the Usos probably hinting a heel turn, maybe.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. But then, then again, they didn't really do much on SmackDown itself, so can't really say.
Well, we'll get to SmackDown later on.
Yeah, but let's see. So pretty much, Sheamus Cesaro was really the only thing that really had much weight to it on the pre-show. Because like the tag match, the big tag match was pretty much just, hey, SmackDown's here. Here's our tag division. Let's get everybody some time.
Right.
But then we get to the actual show, and okay, first match on the card, and I know I'm gonna get shit for this, but
mainly from Bull.
Yeah, but I'm actually okay with Jericho winning this match, at least at the time.
Yeah, I'm honestly okay with it too. I mean, I get what Cole would say about, like, they're the hometown guys and everything, and just to have them to start off the pay-per-view, but I'm just thinking, let's be honest, WWE has a reputation of like having the hometown guys lose, so this is nothing new and everything. And honestly, it was a great match. It was a great match,
and here's the other part. I mean, you give them a name. You want to establish. Even if it's probably not going to be a long-term tag team thing, but you have a name for Jericho and things like that, and you're marketing them as that. So basically, if you have them team together and then they lose their first official tag together, what's the point of keeping them together farther down the line?
Mm-hmm.
So having Jericho win here, one, is a good heel move. Two, yes, Jericho doesn't need the win, but Kevin Owens is still the younger talent and could use the win.
Mm-hmm.
Enzo and Cass, it didn't matter if they lost. They were still gonna, like, they're not at the point where if they lose here, they were gonna lose like the crowd.
Right.
The crowd is still going to be behind Enzo and Cass. They can get back easily from this. And more than likely, like, the idea out of this was that, Enzo and Cass and Jericho were going to continue feuding.
Mm-hmm.
So basically the next match was next match more than likely going to be, well, maybe Clash of Champions if they decide to wait that long.
Possibly, especially if they for some reason decide to have the New Day drop the titles, if they ever were to do that, but we still don't know when that's going to happen.
Yeah, but
especially with Budios selling pretty well, so
yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so basically this was a good. I mean, so as far as the first match in the feud, this was a good setup because it's fine to have the heel take the first win. But if and it depending on how you want this to go. Because, I mean, you can have the heel or the face win the feud, whatever. But, more than likely the next match, it's going to be Enzo and Cass winning, unless for some reason they need to make a shift in storyline, which has to pull somebody out of this story.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And then I think following that match came what started the awkwardness of the night. We went from that match straight into the women's title match.
Right.
So, and I do completely agree this should not have been this high on the card. Or wait, am I wrong? Wait. I think I'm saying my terminology there wrong. This would be low on the card.
But this should have been later in the show.
Yeah, later in the show, which I think, if I'm trying to remember, that makes it higher on the card. If I'm thinking, yeah,
you're right. Yeah.
So basically, this, and if you think about like this entire past year of just we're building this women's division, we're building this talent, we're having these big, we're making the women's title feel just as important as the men's titles, and then it goes on second. It kind of takes away some of that, especially given that this was actually one of the better builds to this show.
Yeah, but at least I kind of feel like this match came on like, you know how like most women matches are stereotypically dubbed as the bathroom break match. This one was not like that. I mean, I think it still had like it was like placed at the right time to follow up the tag team match in a way, but still I felt like it could have been done later. But
yeah,
I get what you're saying.
But as far as the women's match itself, dear God, these women are going to kill each other.
I know.
Well, it's not even each other.
Sasha.
It's really not. Well, let me rephrase that. They weren't going to kill each other. They were going to kill themselves trying to kill each other.
Oh man.
That
just shows how dedicated they are.
Yeah. God dang. But still, I mean, God, I swear Sasha almost broke her neck like 3 times in this match.
I know, but so far the reports show that she didn't, but she is going to be taking some time off.
Yeah, she's taking some time off. From what we understand, it's because she recently got married, so she's taking her honeymoon.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Who's she married to? Let's
I
see.
don't know.
Let's see. I
don't think she's married to a wrestler, if I remember right.
No. She's first cousin with Snoop Dogg. That's one thing I learned. He's married to a costume designer from WWE.
Huh. Okay. Huh.
All right then. So
right.
Someone in business, but not a fellow wrestler. So
right. Yeah. All right. Well, that's neat anyway. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. So because of that, yeah, Charlotte took the victory and took the title back. Mm-hmm. So.
Which it kind of makes me wonder if Charlotte's going to try to be like a 16-time women's champion. Like her dad.
Yeah. No. Ric Flair wasn't a 16-time women's champion. He was just a champion of somehow getting with 16 women.
Oh,
let's see. Okay, but here's the thing. Because the other thing about this is for Charlotte too. This is like, if you think about her first title reign, it was pretty much the Nikki Bella victory was about the Nikki Bella victory and kind of the WrestleMania victory were basically the most legitimate things on that reign for her.
Mm-hmm.
This is another very legitimate win for her. It once again makes her look stronger.
Absolutely.
Because she had to do it without Dana. She had to do it without anybody there. So, it was good for Charlotte too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Sasha needed time off, so Charlotte has the title. That's really all you can say on that. At least they did a hell of a match to put it on her.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And Sasha got that extra honeymoon money.
Yep.
For the pay-per-view.
And let's see. Following that, the Miz beat Apollo Crews. That's literally it.
Let's just go with that.
Yeah, it was also the shortest match on the card. That's how much they didn't give a shit about the IC title for this pay-per-view. It was 5 minutes 45 seconds.
Yeah, well, unless you count that one match with Rusev and Roman Reigns, which there's no time for it
because technically there was no match. The match never started. Yeah, we might as well just talk about that, but we'll mention where it took place later. But
right.
Anyway, but then following that, AJ Styles John Cena. Holy crap! These two put on just an absolutely amazing match. It was longest match of the night, and it absolutely it's kind of funny. Back when the feud started, I think we all were thinking that the big blowout would be SummerSlam, and this felt like that classic blowout. It absolutely felt like this was that big match that needed to happen. Like, it almost felt like this is the match they would have put on at Mania had John Cena been healthy.
Right. Yeah, I'm just like, just from start to beginning, and also the way how John Cena ended the match in a way.
Yeah.
Well, to be clear, AJ Styles did win. So
Yeah. And I like the fact that we were, basically how they structured the ending where, yeah, it was a false finish ending sort of thing, but it absolutely felt like that whole thing where both men were just pulling out everything they had, were trying everything they could, just to put the other away until it finally worked, and which I like the way that to treat how serious the ending had to be. AJ Styles hits a second Styles Clash. But then decides, no, this isn't going to pin him. He's gonna get back up. Mm-hmm. So he gets up and he goes and does the forearm just to punctuate it.
Right, yeah. He went with the phenomenal forearm to basically, hopefully to put the final nail in the coffin,
which it did. Yeah. So it made it feel more. So it was a great way to end that match because it made you, because everybody knew to beat John Cena you have to pull out everything and you have to be 100% sure. So that's what it did there, and it showed that how AJ Styles was willing to make that step up just to basically step over the face of WWE. Mm-hmm. But definitely. Absolutely, Styles Cena. If this isn't match of the year, it's gonna be damn close.
Right. I mean, we essentially have like 3 top contenders already. I mean, we got Sami Zayn and Nakamura.
Yeah.
Bailey and Sasha Banks, and now this.
Wait, Bailey Sasha Banks was last year, wasn't it?
I guess where was earlier this year.
The Iron Man match? I could have sworn that was late last year.
I could be wrong, but
no, because but let's see, but yeah,
whatever. Well, whatever. We'll just add a tag to the video or something like that.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Anyway, yeah. So let's see. Then following that, Gallows and Anderson. Yep.
Oh yeah, we should have mentioned Jon Stewart was there too.
Yeah, Jon Stewart was there too, and he ended up joining the New Day for their match against Gallows and Anderson. Basically, instead of Big E, we got Jon Stewart.
Yep. And Suki correction, Dr. Luke Gallows and Dr. Carl Anderson.
Yeah, which I like that. Technically, that could be a tiny reference to Gallows' independent name, because he's usually Doc Gallows. Yeah.
Doctor.
Yeah. And I'll admit that's the funny thing is that Gallows and Anderson were actually pretty good at being kind of comical with their heel side. Mm-hmm. Now, yeah. So basically, going in, that kind of helped this match in a way, to where the fact that it ended by disqualification and that there was no title change or there wasn't really a clean finish to the match. It made it okay because obviously it showed that Gallows and Anderson weren't taking it seriously. So now, and it sucks that it happened at a big event like SummerSlam, like it didn't happen in a pay-per-view before, where SummerSlam was the match where they were taking it seriously. Right. But now going forward, that's exactly what it is. Gallows and Anderson are pretty much going to be like, all right, you know what, fun and games over. We're taking you down.
Especially since Big E has returned as well.
Yeah, because that was the whole thing. Is that at the end of the match, Big E pretty much. In fact, that's pretty much what happened. Is they were gonna ring post Jon Stewart, and then Big E comes out, attacks them, and basically causes the DQ.
Yeah, and in a weird way, for some reason, I thought Jon Stewart was going to turn on a New Day. It'd be like he was like the sole funder of ring post-itis. And everything. Yeah,
honestly, I was just thinking that's going to be his whole. That's going to just become his thing. Is that he's just going to show up at SummerSlam, and you better hope to God you're not the face that's paired up with him.
Right, especially since Jon Stewart, he was pretty much heel for last year.
Yeah, but essentially he was learning his lesson.
Yeah, though in a way for some reason that little jar that they pulled out for Jon Stewart might have been a little bit of indicator.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. But but now that's obviously because Gallows and Anderson, I'm pretty sure, are still number one contenders at this point. So we're gonna see that moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Also, we did kind of have like a little bit of I think the WWE Creative Humor brought this up on their Twitter page. That they said, okay, you happy we got AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson and Finn Balor together? There's your Bullet Club. Happy now?
Which it was funny because Balor pretty much looked at him and went like, nah. All right, let's see. Following that, we had Ambrose and Ziggler, which it was the match itself was fine, but I don't know. It feels like it didn't live up to because I'll admit this was a good build, but for some reason it just didn't feel like it lived up to its own build.
Right. And granted, I felt like in a way we already knew who was gonna win.
Yeah.
At the first.
Which sucks because I would like to see Ziggler get another run. Yeah. I mean, he absolutely deserves it. He's pushed himself so hard.
And the crowd is loving it.
Yeah.
The crowd is loving Ziggler. But granted, there is a certain thing that Ziggler has been doing at the SmackDown showings that we probably might get into a little later with the Miz.
Oh, that
a certain commercial.
Right.
That might be the reason why he's not the
win. Yeah. But
should we just reveal it now?
Yeah, might as well. Pretty much, WB has decided that hey, we're gonna help KFC advertise by putting the Miz into a chicken suit and making Dolph Ziggler Colonel Sanders.
The Miz being like in a chicken suit, I feel like that kind of fits his character a little bit for some reason. But Ziggler, I don't know. I feel like something as crazy as this might fit more with I guess Heath Slater or something, or I don't know.
Yeah, but
or if they really want to do something comical, they just have the Big Show be like the Big Colonel.
Yeah, but I mean they'll go forward.
I may have gave KFC their new idea.
Yeah, I mean we'll see what they do because I mean the Miz apparently the Miz has just a solid sponsor gig with Domino's now, so.
Huh.
Yeah, because he's like during WWE shows, Domino's ads have the Miz in them.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that commercial. Right.
Yeah, but let's see, but yeah. So as far as Ambrose and Ziggler, it's basically we knew how this was gonna go, but but it still kind of feels like the match just didn't quite live up to it. Yeah. Then let's see. Then following this. Following this was the showcase of the SmackDown Women's Division, which was the heel team of Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and not Eva Marie because she was suspended, or as they're saying in storyline, she's taking a vacation because of distress brought on by the fans. Or it was something like that. It was something along those lines.
Yeah, but we did get a surprise return out of it. Yep,
Nikki Bell is apparently back and complete, and pretty much ready to go. Which kind of led this to based on the reaction she got. Yeah, the way our chat just put it, the heel team versus the face team. So actually, no, I think the face team was pretty much straight up face. So at least on SummerSlam they were. But by the way, if you haven't been watching recently, Naomi does have a completely new entrance and everything.
Yep.
So she pretty much her entrance theme has been like given a club mix, essentially. But that's the cool thing is that if you see her entrance and everything, it actually makes me feel like WB is now looking at her and is treating her legitimately as as a top talent for their women.
Absolutely.
Which feels like that's a long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. All right. So, but pretty much the what was it? Oh yeah, the heel team won.
Yeah, the heel team won.
Yeah. Let's see. Following that, the pinfall and submission only match for the inaugural WWE Universal Championship: Finn Balor and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. So, wow. For some reason, my mouth didn't want to work. So first things first. Yeah, the Universal title the Universal title belt looks bad. It's it's lazy. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think people would be less pissed about it if they had just made it like a red inlay or something like that instead of just the red belt.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, or maybe even change the like the inner part of the belt, like slightly, like I don't know, add wings to it or something. I don't know.
I think people were just expecting to see a completely different belt, is what it was.
Yeah.
But
we're kind of getting the same thing with the new SmackDown titles as well.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that to a little bit later because I've kind of got a thought on that.
All right.
But as far as Balor and Rollins goes, for this match, absolutely, these two guys did a really good job.
Absolutely.
They like this felt really good. Like you felt like the two of them really had to go at each other. That Rollins was absolutely Rollins really had to work to take out the Demon King, things like that. To which then Finn Balor eventually gets the better of it and defeats Rollins and is your Universal Champion for all of 24 hours.
Yes, unfortunately, during the spot that when Seth Rollins was giving Finn Balor that running powerbomb, that
went into the barricade specifically.
Yes, and apparently it got Finn Balor dislocated his shoulder when it happened, but when he did it, he immediately popped it back in, which, damn.
Yeah, but apparently it also resulted in some kind of a tear right there.
That could happen when you pop it in.
Yeah. It's basically just in that same moment. That's what happened. It's like some kind of a he tore something in that shoulder too.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. And now people are going into this whole thing of like, okay, they should, Seth should drop the running power bomb from his arsenal. Okay, here's the thing. Go watch this spot again. You want to see what caused the dislocation? Finn Balor dropped his arm back.
So, yeah, it's not really Seth Rollins' fault. It's more of like Finn just didn't land properly. I mean, okay, you might go back to like this is the same move that pretty much retired Sting, but
then again, Sting's
in his mid-50s.
Yeah. So yeah, Sting. That's one thing, and I mean, think about this. You're now talking about two guys out of. Well, I guess I don't know if there's any other cases of this being of this going on, but how many guys have taken this move from Seth Rollins? How many?
We only know of two that pretty much got an injury out of it, and we're pretty sure Seth Rollins uses this move continuously.
Yeah.
At like house shows and everything.
It's kind of like with the Styles Clash, where people are trying to get the Styles Clash banned. People are injured by the Styles Clash because they're dumbasses and can't figure out to keep their head up.
Right. They just need to know how to properly execute the moves.
Yeah. And here's the thing: even if you know how to execute the move, it's not going to go right 100% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing: like, if statistically it is still safe to execute overall, like and you're less because here's the thing, that running power bomb into moves, like, you're more than likely you're not going to get hurt from it, because you're gonna because you'll hit, because here's the thing, if you were going to get hurt from hitting the turnbuckle with your back, it would happen more often when guys just run into the corner and just hit it.
Mm-hmm.
But things like that, this, like the pile driver. The reason WB has banned the pile driver is because unfortunately that one is really easy to screw up.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is just not hold the guy up very well, and Stone Cold happens.
Yeah, yeah. Not to mention, you could probably easily get a concussion out of it too.
Yeah, like the reason that this Undertaker could continue using the Tombstone is that if you ever watch the Tombstone, if you watch it very closely, that especially in the later years of using it, that those guys' heads rarely ever went near the mat. Yeah.
Not to mention Taker, he's a pretty strong guy, so he could pretty much hold those guys up.
Yeah.
And even if it's a heavier guy, then obviously Taker will just do like just an easy choke slam, and that's it. So he knows who he could do it to. Yeah,
and usually they'll figure it out. But yeah. So honestly, this was just it was a freak accident. It could have happened to anybody. Pretty much just a spot went wrong. It happens in wrestling. Mm-hmm. It just happened, unfortunately, here. It happened to Finn Balor. Here's the thing. Finn Balor was absolutely hot going in. He got the title. Pretty much, he's going to go heel. I'll bet you anything. The moment his music hits again and he comes out to compete, he's going to be just as hot as he was.
Absolutely. And I'm already kind of betting money that he's probably going to come back at the Royal Rumble.
I don't think that soon. I think what they're going to do is he's probably. I think his first official match is going to be sometime around the WrestleMania season.
Yeah.
And I think that's just going to be as a warm up to Mania. I think his first big match is going to be Mania.
Yeah, probably.
This is once again depending on how quickly he heals.
Right.
They are.
He could be John Cena 2.0.
Because they are estimating it's like 6-month recovery on this.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm assuming Mania.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of makes more sense. But I'm just going with probably the factor that he might have John Cena DNA or something.
Well, okay, so according to our chat, some are saying it's 6 months and some are saying it's 3 months.
So it's let's just say 3 to 6 months, I guess. It just depends on how fast he heals.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what we're gonna see there. Pardon me. Man,
all right.
Man, I usually have other people to talk right now, so my throat's not used to this. But yeah,
right.
And as far as the whole thing about going back to the title, you know what? I get it. We didn't like the way the title looked, but god damn it, like that crowd, they really ended up having to take it out on Balor and Rollins.
Don't blame them. They're making history. Come on.
I mean, seriously, it's like, get it. You booed it when it was revealed. You didn't let them think you liked it at all. Let Rollins and Balor fight for it. Let them make it seem like it's important.
Right. Especially for Finn Balor. This is something great for someone like Finn Balor.
Yeah, but
he came up to the main roster and he already has his first World Heavyweight Championship run.
Yeah.
Even though it was just for one day.
Yeah. But thanks to you guys not liking the title belt, the actual title belt itself, you've pretty much taken away some of the importance of this victory. You've kind of diminished its value. So it's like it's just, that's like my one gripe with the crowd on that night is that it's like, yeah, I agree with you, the title belt sucks, but you totally went about this the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, so, but yeah, Finn Balor won that, and now just to let you know, on Raw they're currently working on crowning the new champion. We will have a new champion by the next Raw, from when we're recording.
Yeah, fatal 4-way between
Rollins, Owens, Reigns, and Cass.
Big Cass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that Big Cass is in it, but
I think they're pretty much testing the waters. They're testing to see if he can go on his own.
Mm-hmm. Right. Which, granted, he did kind of have that a little bit, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
But finally, basically, what was touted as the big match of the night, the big match for the event.
Did we forget about Roman and?
Oh right. Okay. Well, after that and before pretty much whatever the last match of the night was Orton and Lesnar, but before that was supposed to be the U.S. title match between Roman Reigns and Rusev. Now, here's the thing: going into this, going into the match starting, I was sitting there looking at the time, and at the time that this was starting, it was already 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty much like, are they really going to try and squeeze this and Orton Lesnar in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, their solution to that, let's not have the match start at all. Let's have them beat the shit out of each other around the ringside, and then Roman just takes a chair and basically injures Rusev by bashing him in the ribs.
Right. I was kind of wondering how they were going to follow up, especially after that match they had last Raw, which, by the way, was a great match.
Yeah. Yeah, it really was, and I guess now it was, here's the match that you're not going to see at SummerSlam.
Wait till you see it on the network in a few weeks.
But yeah, and here's the thing, is that Roman is still supposed to be the face, and yet after all of that, and Rusev is now just down, and they just decide to have a brawl. It's like, if they'd left it at that, it's like, whatever, you cheated us out of a match, but you ran out of time, so whatever. But then Roman then takes it upon himself to run back down the ramp and spear Rusev while he's helpless.
Yeah. Didn't I get a pop from the crowd, though?
Somewhat, but still, it's like, no. Roman, you're a face. You're supposed to be a face.
Yeah. Don't Stone Cold it.
Like, no, because Roman, you can't be a Stone Cold Stone Cold face.
Right.
You are not an anti-hero. You're just a guy.
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, that's not how he put it, but, well, carry on.
Anyway, so that happened, but then we got to Lesnar and Orton.
Lesnar and Orton had a really awkward ending.
But yeah, because going up until the ending, it was actually a pretty interesting match. Like, yeah, Lesnar was dominant at one point, but then Randy was actually coming back, and it was actually turning into an interesting affair. And then Lesnar decided to take the gloves off, and there was some, and then he just proceeded to beat the ever-loving shit out of Randy.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks to pretty much a stiff elbow, busted Randy open really badly.
Yeah. He ended up with 10 staples with that.
Yeah. I have not seen a pool of blood in a WWE ring like that in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently interesting things came out of this. One, when they got backstage, because Jericho is apparently good friends, I guess, with Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Jericho immediately rushed to Gorilla and confronted Lesnar.
Well, no, he first went up to Michael Hayes, and he was like, "Was that a job?" And he was like, "I don't know."
And basically, Michael Hayes wouldn't tell him if it was a work or not. and then Jericho ended up getting in Lesnar's face, starting to get over that, to the point that apparently Vince had to stand up and yell at him, "It was a work! It was a work!"
Right.
So,
which I can understand why Jericho would be very upset with that. It's like, wait, what? That could cause a serious damage to Randy. I mean, especially with WWE being in this like trying to be concussion-free age and everything.
Yeah.
And be aware of concussions and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'd be much easier just to have, if you want to make a statement by having Randy bleed, I think it'd be much safer just to get a little blade job on it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Here's what's coming out of this is that, one, people are thinking that yes, that was the planned finish, but he wasn't supposed to bleed as much. Like the bleed was worse than they thought it would end up being.
What do you expect? You're basically busting him open the hard way, which is unpredictable.
Yeah. They I guess they anticipated that like maybe there would just be like maybe at the most there would be some blood, or two, they weren't going for blood at all. It was just like the ending of the match was just going to be Brock pretty much beating the hell out of Orton to a TKO.
Oh, I see. That could have been just Brock could have just kept beating him up and the ref could have DQ'd him, I guess.
Yeah, something like that. So basically, the ending of the match was going to have Lesnar basically taking off the gloves and then just going to town on Orton. So that was the planned finish. It's just that it got really weird and it got really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like if Orton wasn't bleeding, I think we would have just been kind of disappointed in that the match just sort of ended like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's probably what.
Yeah.
But the blood, especially with the amount that Randy was bleeding, it's just it just made us feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Then Shane McMahon came out basically being like, "Dude, what the hell are you doing?" And then he got F5'd.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how SummerSlam ended, which it's like, wow.
Well, one thing for sure is it definitely makes you wonder what's going to happen next on Raw and SmackDown and everything. That's one thing, but still.
But kind of an interesting thing is that I was going to mention this is that in storyline, like Stephanie McMahon says there's going to be repercussions for this, and then right before SmackDown this week, it came out that she fined him $500.
That's it.
That's it.
I feel like Shane would probably question or something. Like
that. No, Shane was pretty much like Shane pretty much said she's not taking this seriously, but don't worry, this thing between me and Brock isn't over.
Possible build up.
Yeah, they're thinking that this could possibly be something for like the Royal Rumble.
That or maybe Survivor Series, maybe.
Maybe, but we'll see how that goes. But the other thing that came up, and somebody in our chat pointed this out. If you all remember, Lesnar failed some drug tests not too long ago, and just recently, the Nevada Athletic Commission has decided, Brock Lesnar is not allowed to compete within the state of Nevada for a while. It was a suspension. I don't remember how long they said the suspension is.
I think he said it was at least 2 years or less, I think.
Something like that. But, so... And if I remember right, any band they put on with something like that, I think includes pro wrestling.
You're right.
Yeah, so pretty much that means that he can't even have a match at WWE for that long, at least in any city in Nevada.
Yeah, and well, Money in Bank was in Las Vegas recently, so I kind of doubt SummerSlam, or I don't even think the Rumble is even in Nevada this year. I mean, this upcoming year. So
basically, that just means that if WWE wants to have Lesnar to be at a big show, they just got to make sure that show is not in Nevada, Las Vegas, Reno, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have their pay-per-views in Las Vegas.
Yeah. So. But anyway, so that was.
They saved Reno for a Raw Roulette.
Right. So let's see. So that was SummerSlam. It was interesting. It was definitely good wrestling, but yeah, just storyline and feel of the show just ended up feeling fairly awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
And following SummerSlam, we got the premiere of Holy Foley.
I actually did not watch that yet.
It's just basically it's just a basic reality TV show, but with the Foleys.
Yeah. But let me see. So, yeah, but definitely. Let's see. So, kind of coming out of SummerSlam. Let's see. We talked about Universal title Finn Balor had to vacate the title because of his injury. They set up for a title match there. SmackDown has more titles. Pretty much, they are effectively going to do. All right, Raw as a brand has its own champion, and you work the line down. SmackDown as a brand, it's going to have its own champion and work the line down. So, in which the main difference being that the mid-card heavyweight titles are US on Raw and IC on SmackDown.
Yeah, but granted, isn't Raw thinking of having like a cruiserweight championship as well?
Yeah, the cruiserweight division is starting in September.
Right, and well, granted, we don't know if they're going to have their own title or they're just going to compete with the other champions. So
yeah, well, I mean, more than likely there's going to be a cruiserweight champion.
Yeah. Well, granted, if it wasn't for the Universal Championship, Finn Balor probably would have been in the cruiserweight division.
I don't know. I think he's
only 190 pounds.
Oh, that's right.
So he would be in the cruiserweights.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so he would be. But the problem is that he's definitely been pushed too hard. He's too high. He's too high value of a talent to be crew. It's kind of, and I know it's bad to say that, but yeah, he really is too high in the card already to basically go to cruiserweight.
Right. It's kind of like how when Rey Mysterio transitioned to the World Heavyweight Championship kind of division, and you don't really see him doing all the cruiserweight stuff anymore.
Yeah. But all right. But yeah. So it's all that. Let's see.
Should we talk about the misadventures of Heath Slater that's going on right now?
Oh God. Yep. Oh God. So Heath Slater can't seem to get onto either show. Which then when on SmackDown they went into the new titles, which is the SmackDown Women's Championship, which is the Women's Championship from Raw, just with a blue background instead of a red one.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the SmackDown Tag Title belts, which are silver for the metal, or it's like whatever. It's probably steel. Right. Steel or aluminum, something like that. Something that keeps it from being too heavy. But so you had that, and it's a blue strap, which actually doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, honestly, I like the SmackDown tag titles more than the Raw ones, honestly.
Yeah. And during this discussion, Heath Slater decided to come out and basically say, "Hey, what about me?" And Brian and Shane pretty much said, "All right, find yourself a partner. If you do that, we'll put you into our tag team tournament for the titles. If you win the titles, you get a contract."
And this kind of makes me think that Heath Slater is pretty much the new Damien Sandow right now, because he's putting himself over and the crowd's loving him.
Yeah. And I get the feeling this probably is going to end in him getting the SmackDown contract, because if you notice, most of his appearances have been on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's what I've noticed.
Yeah. The tag title thing is going to end at Backlash, where we'll have a championship team there.
Yeah. He did find a tag team partner.
Yeah. Which I do love that. It's like I bet. What was it? Because Rhino just shows up and just goes, what was it? It's like I bet being champion will pay for a lot of above ground pools or something like that.
Yeah, I think he said it'll pay for a good down payment on above ground pool.
Yeah.
And granted, Heath was trying to get the Miz, and then he was trying to get Michael Hayes for some reason, and then
Wait, no, it was Arn Anderson, wasn't it?
oh my bad, wrong legendary road agent.
Yeah, because I like the way Arn Anderson did that, where he's like, well, you know what? No, I probably normally wouldn't do this, but he starts going into this whole thing, and it was like, I've got all this, and then he just goes like, dude, Arn, you're my last hope, man. And Arn just looks at him and goes, so wait, I wasn't your first choice? And he just walks off.
Yeah. And that's when Rhino put his hand on Heath's shoulder.
But yeah, I gotta wonder if they actually end up working as a team. What the hell do you call them?
Oh God. Let's see, Rhino Slater, or Gordator. Or,
oh fuck you, fuck you, Sigara in our chat. Team Slino.
What? Oh God. Team Slino. Gotta be. Well, Rhino is running. I thought Rhino was gonna pull off some of his run for state rep.
Oh God! You know what? I just realized. Oh man, that actually throws a wrinkle into all of this. Oh no, they might actually be extending the whole Heath Slater thing past Backlash.
Oh God!
Because Rhino's got a political race to run.
Yeah, though to be fair, Suki, that district that he's running in, that's a very liberal district, so the odds of him winning is pretty slim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live near there, so I know.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess maybe they win the titles, and then if he wins that race, then at some point they're just gonna suddenly be like, oh hey, you just have to lose the titles now.
Right. That, or Heath Slater's just like, I'm gonna be his campaign manager now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, what else is in the news?
Here's actually an interesting one, because our friend Reese pointed this out, or I think it was Reese pointed this out in our group. It was during an event for Tier 1 Wrestling up in New York. They were set to have an intergender match. Forget the two people's names, but yeah, it's a guy and a woman. We're about to have a match. In fact, the match started. They locked up. He had her in a headlock, and then the bell rang.
Huh.
To which then then come to find out there was a New York Sports Commission representative, or New York Athletic Commission representative there. He forced them to stop the match, and basically said that New York Sports Commission will not allow a man and a woman to have a match together.
Huh.
And it was funny because then the ref immediately called him out on it.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
The ref took the mic and basically said, "So you're telling me the New York Athletics Commission supports sexism?"
Oh.
You're saying that a woman can't. You're saying a woman is not equal to a man.
Well, how about that?
So yeah, that's and it's kind of funny because I'm just thinking like, so they stopped a fake fight because they think that a woman shouldn't fight a man even in a fake fight. It's like, what?
That is weird.
But yeah.
Okay.
You know what we did?
We forgot the Dudleys.
We almost completely forgot about the Dudleys. Yeah. So basically the Dudleys, I guess, had a year run, and yeah, they're pretty much done in WWE. I can't remember if this means that they're officially like retiring just from the ring, period. Because I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they are, because I mean, they do have their own wrestling school that they can focus on.
Right, but granted, the way how it ended, it kind of made me think that they might be just taking a break and they might come back just for a little bit just to end it off. But I'm not exactly sure. It kind of made me kind of there.
That's the thing, is that even though Gallows and Anderson basically came out and pretty much destroyed him, here's the thing. I think Corey Graves actually said it on commentary. 20 years ago, the Dudleys would have done the same thing.
Ah, good point.
And I thought about that and I went, yeah, you know what? He's right. The Dudleys would have done it. So, yeah. And so there's a good chance that they basically said, we'll go. Yeah, we're gonna do our speech, and then these two are your top heel team right now. Let them do it.
Yeah, there we go. And let's see what else is there. Let's see. I mentioned this before a call, but Michelle McCool apparently had skin cancer, but it's been removed. So, and also, I don't think we talked about this in any of the past podcasts, but there's already rumors, or I think it's already confirmed that we already got our first match for WrestleMania next year.
I don't think I heard that one.
This one is with the Big Show.
Him
Wait. Versus Shaq.
Oh, basically bringing that up from Mania this last year.
Right.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. Which, Shaq has been in the ring more than once, and I'm pretty sure he's willing to do a lot of training and everything. And if I remember correctly, he does live in Florida, so he could probably go to the Performance Center as much as he can.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like there's gonna be like just a bunch of like gags where he's gonna get a bunch of like icy hots or something like that just to help him with the match or something.
Yeah, probably, but anyway, let's see. So, otherwise, let me think here.
Let's see. WWE has apparently a new show that's going to be debuting soon.
Oh yeah, Story Time, which is pretty much it's WB talents or legends, telling stories from their career, and then somebody animates it.
Pretty much just like shorties watching shorties.
Yeah. Let me think. There was something else. Trying to think here. Oh, it's something that wasn't. I don't think we talked about on the last recording, and I think just came up in the last few weeks. I'm going to go ahead and switch gears over to TNA for a little bit.
Oh, all right.
Dixie Carter is no longer president of TNA.
Really?
Yeah. Dixie Carter relinquished that position. She is still chairperson.
All right.
She is still chairperson.
So that title of the company does not exist anymore. Is basically what you're saying. Like no one's the current president of TNA.
Yeah. Oh, the current president of TNA is Billy Corgan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Basically, he got a promotion. He went from because he was already basically head of creative for TNA, right. And so now he's president. Apparently he when he was introduced backstage to the guys as being the new president, he was met with a very positive reaction from the locker room. And despite, I guess, ratings and possibly some financial issues, apparently for the wrestlers of TNA, the it's being reported the morale is actually pretty good.
Huh. Well, Billy's doing anything with Smashing Pumpkins or anything, so.
Yeah, but apparently, apparently backstage at TNA, the guys are actually pretty happy with being in TNA. So, and so that's kind of interesting to see. And speaking of interesting to see, let us get an update into the great storyline that is the Broken Hardys.
Oh, jeez.
And note that I said the Broken Hardys.
Okay, tell us, Suki, what's going on?
Basically, apparently, since that full final deletion, I guess Matt's been working on essentially breaking Jeff, and apparently has now done so.
Oh, I think I remember seeing that video.
Yeah, so we now have a broken Jeff Hardy, or excuse me, he is now officially Brother Nero.
Oh, jeez. Did the t-shirts sell that well?
I don't know, but basically, so now we have the Hardys are once again a pair, and they're both broken. But Matt is essentially the ringleader of everything. And
the alpha brother.
Yeah. And I like how even with this changing character, apparently Jeff Hardy can't keep from being his own entrance music. Although he really doesn't have music right now, his entrance right now is literally just him yelling, I can, like I look at myself and I scream. It was like I look at myself and consider myself obsolete.
Is that a song from his band?
No. Like no, he just literally says that line over and over and over again. There's no music. It's just that line.
We're getting emo Hardy here.
Yeah, it's just, and it's not, and it's on recording. So he's just, you just hear this happen, and then he just walks out, and he's just yelling it at the same time at the crowd.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it did get him some new attire, and honestly, I kind of like Jeff's look for it. But yeah, and I guess they were having like a tag team ladder match to do number one contenders for their tag division, and the Hardys were in it, and there was this promo right before it where Matt Hardy was pretty much telling Jeff, you see these ladders, you will not, but remember, you will not go to the top of them, you will not jump off of them, for I have had a vision, and that if you go from the top of that, if you jump from the top of that ladder, I see the ladder being on top of you. And so like up on top, like getting the contract.
So I'm taking Matt's really hamming it up. He's really embracing the cheesiness.
I think he's been doing that for a while. It's just that now Jeff's pretty much in on it.
Oh, jeez.
And
I'm just kind of curious how they're going to transition this if they go back to WWE to end their career.
I'm pretty sure if they go back to WWE, they're going to go back to regular Hardys.
Probably. Oh, jeez. Oh, other than that, do you think anything else, Suki?
Let's think here. Oh yeah, I think we mentioned it, but yeah, Bayley is now on the main roster. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about TakeOver.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that.
Okay, TakeOver Brooklyn 2. Yeah, I kind of have to agree. Brooklyn 1 was better, but Brooklyn 2 was still a good show. Yeah. And I was surprised at how much I enjoyed an entrance just because it had a violin player.
Right.
But yeah,
it's like WrestleMania, but on a very low budget.
Yeah. But so we had that let's see. Yeah, we had let me see, the tag titles tag titles stayed with the Revival.
Asuka retained the championship.
Yeah, and essentially from the end of that match, you could pretty much tell that it was Bayley's last night in NXT. Let's see.
Poor Izzy.
Yeah, we
might see her at Mania.
Yeah,
actually, we probably will see her at Mania because it's in Florida.
Oh, that's true. But yeah, we had a debut that was glorious.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, and Bobby Roode was there too.
Oh yeah, that too.
But we also had the debut of Ember Moon, who I didn't realize that she's actually at a Booker T's promotion.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, but
that's interesting.
I thought she looked really good in the ring, and I think she has something going. Although we don't know too much about her character actually yet. So we'll see what happens when she does get a chance to do some mic time.
Right. I'm kind of getting a little bit of a Karma kind of vibe out of her in a way.
Yeah, just without just not quite as like monster style. Like even in her mannerism, she's not so much of just like I'm intimidated. She's kind of more aggressive in style. I guess so. Right. That's the word I'm using for that.
That's the best way I.
Yeah, and all I can say is that she gave me probably my first holy shit moment of the night, which was holy shit, that finisher. It's a freaking jump. A front flip off the top rope, which then ended in a stunner.
Man, wow!
And I was like,
John Cena's springboard stunner. He's got nothing on that.
Yeah, But yeah, so we'll see how well she does going forward. Oh right, the first match being No Way Jose and Austin Aries, which two things. No Way Jose, when he first came out, I saw random guys show up, and I was like, damn it, not again. And then you see everybody else around him, you're like, oh, okay, this is planned. But I'm sure other people noticed that the guy in the front of the Congo line was wearing an Austin Aries shirt.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, oh man. And it's just kind of dumb like that. But as far as Austin Aries winning that match, though, I absolutely agreed with that. Mainly because of the fact that since Austin Aries came in, he's won some regular TV matches, but as far as like the big matches, I think he's won one match since coming in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I can't really remember, but I think you're right.
Yeah, so he really needed this win.
Mm-hmm.
And No Way Jose he's a new talent. He's got plenty of time. He can absolutely recover from this. So he'll be fine. Austin Aries just definitely needed the boost.
Yes. And also let's see, the final match with Mojo and Nakamura.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, definitely a very good match. Obviously not the best match out there, but it was a solid, absolute championship effort. And apparently we finally got some clarification on what happened because at the end of the match, after an initial basically Kinshasa to Joe, Joe kind of went down and was basically grabbing at his jaw. Even though he kicked out of it, he was grabbing at his jaw and kind of looking awkward there. But then they hit the Kinshasa again and then pinned for the win. And after the match, Joe was being looked at a lot by the trainers and people.
Cole was there live, and he said that the ref gave out the X and everything.
Yeah. But and the fact that we didn't see it too much on TV kind of helped accentuate the fact that it was not a work, because we only just happened to see it one time. Like I think that's the thing I started to notice, is that if you clearly see them throw up the X, and they focus on it, then it's obviously a work. Right. But if it's
kind of giving out the X on the side,
you
didn't really notice it that much.
Yeah, but but apparently what ended up happening is that Joe's jaw actually did dislocate slightly.
Mm-hmm.
I guess as quick as it did that, it actually popped back in.
Oh, jeez.
so pretty much he had a slight dislocation. He apparently will be clear. He'll be able to be cleared here, from what I understand, fairly soon.
Yeah, it's not as bad as dislocating your shoulder and everything. So
yeah, or it wasn't a full dislocation. It just sort of popped and then went back in, something like that.
Right. It's like Nakamura realizes I gotta do it again. I'll fix it.
All right. Well, anyway, I think that we've given that its time. I think we're pretty much good to go on this at this point, because we've definitely spent the time talking about everything, and we're pretty much look forward to the next couple of weeks.
We pretty much covered as much as we can.
Yeah. And with that, I am gonna say that remember that the show, of course, we broadcast every 2 weeks on livestream.com/OA Wrestling. Next broadcast will be September 7th. Oh, that's perfect. Next show is right before Backlash.
Yeah, it should be good.
So we'll be good to go there. And then I think actually the show after that is going to be right before Clash of Champions.
Oh, jeez. We're going to be exchanging the title so many times.
I think
we don't know who the OAW champion is.
Actually, we do. According to Cole, he kept the title.
Oh, okay. All right. Here's your winner and still the Otaku Sin champion, Cole.
Yep. All right. So, but yeah. So next recording is September 7th. We let's see the. Pardon me. The remember that livestream.com is Zoe Wrestling. If you're watching us on the YouTube channel, thank you for being a part of the YouTube channel. If this is being viewed somewhere else, you can subscribe and follow the show at youtube.com/AttackOfSinandBackup. But with that all in mind, Chef, go ahead and get where you can be found out of the way.
Okay, yeah, you can find me at Joe Off the Island on Twitter, and you can also find me on DeviantArt and YouTube with Chef Joe G19.
All right.
It's kind of weird that it's just the two of us. Just signing off. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but I mean, we're pretty much doing what we can. But unfortunately, this week just happened to be a busy week for some of our other people on here. But as far as for myself, I'm of course at Sukisama87 on pretty much anything. That's where you'll find me.
Twitter, Tumblr. You're on Pornhub with that name.
I wish. Sorry, but actually, no, I don't. Sorry, porn sites where it's possibly security issues. No, not going there. Anyway, I was gonna go with Tinder.
Well, Tinder's kind of more socially accepted, so
yeah. Okay, Grindr.
I didn't know you swing that way, Suki.
Nobody knows what way I swing.
All right.
Bitch, I take that swing and I go sideways. Anyway, thank you all for coming by this week. We will look forward to seeing you next time, and have a good night.